Claudia Leistner from Ludwigshafen, West Germany. 17 years old, she stands in 10th place as she enters the long freestyle program.
Now let's take a look at her split jump triple toe loop coming up. She's been skating very well so far. She's landed all of her triple jumps in her program, unlike a lot of the skaters that have previously skated.
Triple Salchow. Claudia finished second in the short program earlier. Now, if she continues to skate well here and places well in this long program, she could have a major effect on the final determination of the placings in the ladies' competition.
Now, she's toward the end of her 4-minute routine. She skated a very consistent routine, not great. This is her first World Championship, and I think she's making a very fine showing for herself. Nice double Lutz. An Arabian. She doesn't get that nice extension that I've seen on some of the other people that do that Arabian really great. Combination. Not a real difficult one, but at the end of this 4-minute routine, the endurance factor is a factor that the judges are looking for. How strong they do finish and how well they've trained over the year.
Well, there she is, Claudia Leistner, a young lady who could be a very important factor in this competition. Well, Peggy, she had a number of very interesting triple jumps in that competition. Let's take a look at one of them in slow motion.
This is her triple loop jump. Watch the back takeoff. She's preparing here and lifts off of that back foot, turns 3 revolutions. She doesn't quite complete that with that leg swinging around. Not great technique. I don't think she gets that height.
Well, here are the marks for Claudia Leistner, 5 6s and 5 7s for technical merit. Now, those are very good marks. They don't appear to be as good as what Elena Vodorezova had, but the way I read it, they're certainly better than Claudia Binder of Austria. Well, here are the marks for artistic impression, 5.4 and 5.5 right across the board. Again, not as good as Elena Vodorezova, but better than Claudia Binder, and that could really have an important effect on the final outcome. Current standings in the ladies' competition at the World Figure Skating Championships. Claudia Binder is in first place, Elena Vodorezova of the United States in second, and Claudia Leistner of West Germany in third. A critical situation has arisen here, Peggy. Now, if any upcoming skater moves ahead of Claudia Binder in the free skating phase of the competition, dropping her to fourth, and this is the crucial thing, and no one receives higher marks than Elena, then the points that Elena has would give her the World Championship. Now, that's an extraordinary situation, I think, developing that is possible here. This woman, Katarina Witt of East Germany, could accomplish either result. Her strong point is free skating, and she's considered a favorite here. We asked our German television colleague to film her in her hometown of Karl-Marx.
Skating is a sport with no standard off-ice training program. Katarina and her coaches have designed a program tailored for her. It's strenuous and varied. First, she takes dance classes, both ballet and jazz. To build Katarina's jumping strength, her coach has designed a weight training program to help develop the strength and height necessary for the triple jumps of today. By contrast, she plays tennis with her coach, Mrs. Mueller, for fun and diversion and to help develop overall fitness. Surprisingly, as a hobby to increase endurance, she speed skates, a sport few figure skaters participate in. Still, she has time to enjoy her home life with her father, an engineer, and her mother, a nurse who was a former dancer.
The next competition.
Mayor for a day when she went home after winning the national championship. Let's meet her up close and personal.
When I got back to Nationals, the mayor of Edmonds made me honorary mayor for the day, and I had to sit at his desk, and they had a proclamation for me, and they had a whole list of rules that I was supposed to accomplish for the city, and it was really fun. And the city of Edmonds is behind me financially. They have trust funds set up, and they're just really neat people, and they all would like to be here in Copenhagen with me, but they couldn't. But they're all sending their love and support through telegrams. It's really neat.
Well, the love and support not only of a town, but of a family too.
I live with my mom and my two brothers, and because my mom and dad are divorced, and I see my dad, quite a lot. So the family relationship is really great. My mom helps me out. She does all my sewing for my costumes, and she's there for moral support. We're very close, and we have a neat relationship, and I love her more than anything.
And what did it mean for her to win the Nationals?
Winning the Nationals has put me more in the public eye, but it's also given me a burst of confidence for myself, and now I know that I can do anything that I can set my mind to, because once you accomplish something like that, it gives you a feeling like nothing can hold you back.
What a young lady. Well, here she is on the ice in Copenhagen. Now remember, after the national championship, she had suffered a very bad hip injury. She went home, was on crutches for a week, had a very short practice for this championship. She's in 9th place coming into the long. Rosalind Sumners.
But Dick, she's been looking very good on the practices this past week. Her opening jump is a double Lutz jump. Very nice and light. Now coming up is a triple sow cow. Very nice. It's always good to start out really strong. That will give her some confidence. Now a double axel jump. She opened out on that into just a single. But it still kept that flow going, and maybe the judges won't even notice that. Look at this nice position. Watch this entrance into the camel spin. Very nice extension with her arms and her leg.
Peggy, the computer has just informed us that Katarina Witt's marks in the freestyle portion of the competition have moved her into 2nd place in the freestyle phase of the competition. The standings in freestyle: Elena Zayak 1st, Katarina Witt 2nd, Claudia Leistner 3rd, Claudia Christophic-Binder 4th. And what that means is that the 4th place for Claudia Christophic-Binder, combined with the points that she brought into the long program, have dropped her out of 1st place and moved Elena Zayak for the first time in the competition into the top place overall. What a development.
Isn't this incredible?
Elaine now not only in a position of winning a medal, but the gold medal at that. She's leading the World Championship for the first time.
If Rosalind can score well in this phase of the competition, she was only 2 places behind Elena Zayak coming into this phase. Well, maybe she too can move up into maybe one of those top 3 places. Nice double flip jump. She has such lightness to her jumps. Very light landing, good control. Double axel. She really is showing a lot of confidence for her first World Championship here in Copenhagen.
I think she's wonderful.
She really is looking very strong. This is the end of her 4-minute routine. She has skated very well, had a few problems on some of the triples. Nice performance for Rosalind.
Rosalind Sumners. What a lovely gal, what a nice performance. And except for the lack of a few triple jumps in there, I don't think that the injury to her hip has shown much at all, although I know she's been suffering it during the week.
Well, she didn't seem to show it on her face at all out there in the performance.
You were lovely. You were wonderful as always. What did you think?
It wasn't my best, but I thought at least it was clean. I haven't been able to train as well as I would like to because of my injury, but I'm glad it's over with.
Specifically, what would you do differently?
Well, I would have had more triples in, and the first one felt really good, so I didn't want to do the one this long. I looked at a couple other jumps I could have done, but I just felt, I was happy when I was out there, so.
And how is the hip now?
It's fine right now. I don't feel any pain.
Well, you're terrific.
Thank you.
Well, there seemed to be some delay here on the part of the computer getting the marks out. I don't quite know what the reason is, but here are the marks. Technical merit, certainly they aren't popular with the audience here. Frankly, I think they appear to be a little low, that 5.2 and 5.3 in particular. 5.5, certainly comparative with the other skaters, seems to be a more appropriate mark, in my opinion. But, Peggy, once again, that's personal. And
I agree with you. I think they have marked her quite low.
Well, here's the second set for artistic impression. 5.5s, 5.6, and 2 5.3s at the end. That's interesting. 5.6. We'll be back. 5.3. This is Elena Vodorezova, 18 years of age, from Moscow. Now, she is tied for second place coming into this phase of the long program. She's had some mistakes so far, but this is the challenging question to Elaine Zayak at this point.
Dick, she's been out of competition for the past 3 years. The last time she competed was in 1978 at the Worlds, and she placed 6th. But she's been out of competition for 3 years because she had a very bad case of the flu, and then she broke her collarbone the next year, and then this last year she has had a bad case of arthritis in her knees. But she seems to have had to learn skating all over again.
And of course, she's giving a performance here that is really not outstanding. She's had some major mistakes in the early portion of the program and hasn't shown the dynamism or the artistry necessary, I think, to get her a really creditable set of scores that will pull her up into first place.
End of her 4-minute routine. Split jump, not very split. Flying camel.
And again, an illusion spin at the end. Well, Peggy, that's the end of the program for Elena Vodorezova, and I certainly don't think it was a very strong one.
No, not very exciting
kind of lackluster, and in my book, at least, I don't think there's any kind of a position that she can maintain the kind of marks or gain the kind of marks that will be a threat to Elaine Zayak. All right, but remember, Katarina Witt of Finland, who was the leader at the start of this phase of the competition, is yet to come, and we'll be seeing her in just a moment. Well, here she is, Katarina Witt, 21 years old from Finland, the leader entering this phase of the competition, and the only person that now stands between Elaine Zayak and a gold medal. She's a lovely skater. She has good line. She has some very interesting jumps, but she is not known as a person who can last through a program. She doesn't have great strength or great consistency. But remember, she has only to get 4th place or better. Better marks than Kristofik Binder in free skating, and she will hold on to her 1st place.
That was a nice double axel, Dick.
Wasn't it? Remember, the marks for Binder were not very good.
Now, this is a triple Salchow coming up. Very difficult. Those kind of mistakes, that's what a lot of the girls are making tonight. And Elaine has done such a strong program.
But remember, Binder had mistakes too and got relatively low marks. So she still is in a position to be able to hold on to it. Particularly in view of the fact that Elena Vodorezova's marks, which range from 5.0 to 5.4 for technical merit and 5.1 to 5.5 for artistic impression, were low enough to drop her out of the medal picture.
Spin combination. This is the music, of course, of the Fantasy Impromptu by Chopin. Nice leg position in that double toe loop, wasn't it? Not a very strong double axel.
Out there, and that one was obvious too.
You know, Dick, things really look very strong for Elaine at this point with this weak performance by Christina Vigelius. I don't see how she can possibly even beat Kristofik Binder. Double axel jump at the end of this 4-minute routine. Flying camel. Jump. Double flip.
And on that fall, I think probably was more damaging to her than all of the mistakes up to this point. For the simple reason that it was at the end of the program, it wasn't a difficult move, and it was the first thing that the judges will remember. Well, there were several mistakes in that program. Let's take a look at one of them.
This is her triple Salchow. She just didn't get high enough to complete that revolution, and she just had to fall.
I'm not sure it was a wise idea ever to put that into the program in the first place. But here are the marks for technical merit: 4.9, 5 zeros, 5.1, 5.2, and a 5.3. Well, not as good as Binder. It certainly leads us to question who's going to be the winner of this competition. The second mark for artistic impression, here it is: 5.1s, 5 zeros, 5 2s, 5 4s. They've got to go into the computer now, which will tell us what the answer is, and we'll find that out in just a second. Well, there it is. It's happened. Elaine Zayak's impossible dream has come true. From Paramus, New Jersey, a new world figure skating queen from the United States what a list of ladies that she joins, Peggy. Linda Fradiani, Dorothy Hamill, yourself, Tenley Albright, Carol Heiss. What a magnificent succession of American skating queens. In second place, Katarina Witt of East Germany, and in third place, Claudia Christofik-Spinder of Austria. Well, what a moment, what a moment.
It really was one of the most exciting nights. Even down to the very last skater, we didn't know who was going to win this championship, and Elaine Zayak sure did pull it off for the United States, and she's very happy.
And I think we're going to see a lot of competition between these girls in the next 2 years. What a moment. Applaud her, the moment, a moment that she won't forget for the rest of her life. Well, we'll have a talk with her in just a moment, but right now, here's a look at her winning performance. The executive producer of ABC Sports is Brune Arley. Coordinating producer of ABC's Wide World of Sports is Dennis Lewin, who produced today's World Figure Skating Championship telecast in association with Candid Productions Incorporated. Our director in Copenhagen was Doug Wilson. The Superbikers, produced by Bryce Wiseman, directed by Craig Janoff. Coordinating director Joe Estetti.